Hello there, welcome back to E4 in France. Last time we declared war on Austria, and then we declared war on Austria again. Basically what we did was basically declare war on Austria, take most of Croatia, or basically Croatia and Bosnia, what, Austria had of them. And then we declared war, also took most of Hungary back. Austria currently have 4 Hungarian provinces. And basically what we're going to do is just continue on that same line, taking their provinces and not giving anything back. And the way we did that was declaring war on Brandenburg. We're going to be securing Berlin in this war, basically, that's the goal, and potentially also breaking up Austria a tiny bit. That is the goal, breaking their vassals, things like that. And of course the way to do that is going to be through, well, fear and intimidation, but this is actually kind of bad. Brandenburg's army is, at the very worst, it's decent, so I might have just gone a little bit too aggressive here and not actually taking into consideration that they do have a very strong army. 5.7 on morale, 3.6 on technology, thanks to 120% discipline. So they do actually have a better army than me at the current moment, and as such, if... What? Okay, that's an interesting one. Let's just move these guys to the other army here then. No, that is just interesting. What the... I can understand it's the capital of an ally, but still, that's an interesting escape. I'll give them that, but I don't think it will be helpful at all. That's my main concern here. Anyways, I need to... The fleet is here. Good. Let's bring with us the army in Norfolk, and let's see, what else do we have to actually siege here? Flanders and Gelre. Let's have these guys deal with those two right now from the get-go. Get Flanders and Gelre out of it will be the goal there. They don't have anything that I want. We will be deploying troops, of course, in well, Brandenburg itself soon, hopefully, and we'll have these guys meet up here, and then we'll try and challenge the Brandenburg army that is currently actually getting a little bit whittled down thanks to our allies' efforts, which is very, very good. But yes, we're going to be going after, as I said, Greifswald here, and also Berlin, as those are the 2 provinces that we do need and do want. Seriously, I think the funny thing is with the... I'm just thinking back now for some weird reason to my Aztecs game. I'm pretty sure I would be able to get the challenge done if I'd had the benefit here of being able to take capitals without basically cutting them off from the rest of the nation. That would have made it so much simpler. It would have been hilarious. But yeah, I think that might have been... it would have just made it so much simpler. And as you can see, they're actually coming back home now that we've started invading their mainland. So that is good. There's still, of course, troops here, but this should make it a fair bit easier when it comes to dealing with the enemy. And of course, Austria is still broken to some degree. They're still very, very weakened, and we can use that to our advantage. Where are you guys going? You're going to Greifswald. Okay, just go there then. Can we win that battle? Is the big question here. No, I think we won't actually win this one. We'll just have to retreat to the sea. Yeah, we'll have to retreat to the sea here. I need to... What? Okay, so I lost the entire army there because they could not retreat to the boat, apparently. That's interesting. Südtirol has fallen. Good. Let's take the regular Tyrol then. But yeah, that's interesting. Do I want to get a new general? I do. But can I afford a new general? I don't have a room for another general, hilariously enough. Do I want to promote my king? So yeah, he's just 1 year old, so... I don't think I want to gamble on it just yet. I probably should, but I don't want to do it just yet. Worst case scenario here, I'll just have to land this guy here in Gdansk. And to be perfectly honest, that should work. I can just put him general then and march on to Stolp. Should be fine. But the main concern is actually the Lithuanian army, and so far I haven't actually seen anything to it, so I think I might just be concerned here for no good reason. So we're actually going to move a little bit forward here, take probably a castle line here, Riga and Daugpilis, which would be hilarious because that would actually mean that I have a little bit of a beachhead in Lithuanian territory that I can then abuse as much as I want. So we'll have to see how that works, but it could definitely work. Got a terrain and crossing modifier against me here, which is not good. I'm pretty sure we can still pull through even with the negatives here. And since we did that, I'm just going to start sieging some of the regular Austrian lands. There we have basically the doom stack here, Lithuanian one. So having three forces, having three troop forces up there is probably going to be for the best. Yeah. The Brandenburgian force doesn't actually know what it wanted to do, I think, which is hilarious. But I am losing a lot of troops, so I'll have to deal with this one way or another. We will take the stability point, thank you very much. That's one of the benefits of having level 3 guys, because they can actually give you that event fairly often, as you might have well realized. At least in this playthrough, I've gotten it very, very often. So I cannot complain on that score, at least. But for the time being, we will we'll just continue doing what we have been doing, and we'll see how this plays out for us. I'm also very interested here in keeping the Milan relation going, because again, they're kind of a dangerous ally / foe, so I kind of want them on my side for as long as possible. But yeah, we'll have to see here how this goes, because currently we have the goal is to take capital Berlin, which is fine, but we can't really get anyone out of the war just yet, so we'll have to see here. We have lost a bunch of battles too, because that's mostly due to that's mostly due to basically Brandenburg being in this war, because their army is just so powerful. And we got a bit of free gold again from French Mexico. France occupied Kolberg, so yeah, we're actually taking a little bit of land here, but I think we should just focus on sieging Stolp. Oh, it's the Polish that are actually sieging Stolp. I do want Stolp to fall though, hopefully very, very soon. But I'll focus on Austria now. Getting Austria out of it means we'll get all of its unions out of it, so that should, well, clean up the battlefield a tiny bit. And with that, we'll also have an easier time dealing with, well, potentially anything else that might or might not happen. I'll call back the guy in Croatia just to see what kind of peace deal right now we can make with the Austrians. I can't actually make any kind of peace deal with them, which is awkward, I guess. But again, on the positive side, this means that I can just join up these two forces now and try and start hunting down the, well, other pieces here. Lithuania is again someone I don't really want to fight unless I have to, so we'll have to see how we want to deal with that. But for now, let's see. Can I move into? No, I'll have to use ships then. If I want to move there, I'll have to go the long way around. I'm going to dump 48,000 men on the castle pretty quickly, I think. And let's see here. Let's join you guys up. Let's make the general out of Arulana, my general. Fine movement. That's going to be brilliant in these mountains. And I mean it. It's actually going to be brilliant because it will help on the attrition. But if these guys are going for my forces here, then this is going to get interesting. They're going for Linz, and they're going to be there on the 14th of September. So let's see here. There we go. Now they can't actually pull out. And with this, we should get it just in time to, yes, keep the negative modifier on them, while at the same time, well, take the benefit of the Bohemian King's fire modifier here. Are we losing this one, or are we winning? That's the big question. Did I remember to send you guys to actually Greifswald? There we go. We might actually lose this one. It's going to be close. Nope, we're winning now. Good. But it was a very expensive victory. Let's just be perfectly fine, or perfectly fair on that one. That was really, really expensive. No matter how you look at it, that was not a good scenario at all. And apparently here, this save. Ironman needs to use it to be logged on Steam. Well, this is not good. I'll be back shortly. Hello there, welcome back. It's actually been a day since I stopped the recording because of the fact that my internet connection basically took a shit and didn't decide to, well, come back. Now, we're currently in a battle here in Linz against a superior Brandenburg force, but we have allies coming in, as you can see here, so I don't think it will be a problem, and we can also move these guys back to help out. We'll put Louis the fine maneuver guy in charge of actually moving the army. But as you can see, the battle will be over basically before he arrives, I think. So I don't think there's any reason to have him join in. It wouldn't do any good, basically, and that is why I will not allow him to join in. But basically here, what we're doing right now is we're slowly but surely moving into Brandenburg to get Berlin in this little war. And what I probably also should do then is start fabricating some more claims to Russia, Tver, Vladimir, Vorom, Alatir, for instance. And basically just continue preparing for the next one, where I probably will take preparing for the next one, I probably will take Muscovy itself. So for now, we'll focus on the war here in Europe. Lithuania hasn't actually done anything of value yet, so we'll keep an eye on them, but they don't seem to be a threat at the moment. We got them on the side of the war by basically sieging one of their castles and then making peace. We still have Gelre that we need to deal with, so as per, well, the previous plan, we're just going to keep on moving our troops into position to handle them one by one. And we're currently under attack here, so I think, yeah, we'll have to help out. But anyways, the main concern is now Berlin actually came under control of Bohemia, which is not good at all. So it could end up in a bad, well, with a bad situation here, but we'll just have to wait and see. I definitely don't want the Bohemians to take Berlin, because that means I'll have to fight them. And Bohemia, besides for me, is allied with basically smaller nations, but they could still be a threat. So I don't really want to fight them, of course, unless I have to. Basically, that's what it all boils down to, if you will. So for the time being, we will continue doing what we have been doing. If there's a re-siege of Berlin, I'll allow it to happen. But other than that, I'll just keep on sieging, and we'll see how things end up here. It should be fairly interesting, and hopefully we can get what we're aiming for here. We'll just have to wait and see how it goes. I did not pay attention to the Lithuanian front, and as a result here, we got attacked in Narva by a 35,000 Lithuanian army. They actually have Tech 23, which is also kind of scary, to be perfectly honest. I think we'll have to change Henry the Virginity until, well, put him in charge of the army. The army that was beaten here, you can see they only had 3,000 troops left. So I'm a little bit unsure what I want to do, if I want to wait until they make a move, or if I want to join my troops together and try and attack them here in Narva. I am a little bit uncertain of what I want to do, but I think we're just going to attack them. They currently have a little bit of morale damage, so I think attacking them, just allowing Denmark to keep the siege going, hopefully, and then attacking them will be the best trick here. We'll have to wait a few days. 17th, 12th. There we go. This should allow us to actually hit them basically at the perfect time. And as you can see, how about we just let them sort it out themselves? I don't want to cause any troubles with my colonies. But as you can see, we beat them back very easily with a proper general. So we'll move these guys back as soon as they're done running. And as you can see, Berlin has actually been re-sieged, which is hilariously good for us, because that means I can siege it, and then I can actually take it. So things are definitely going better here, and we'll just have to wait and see how things go otherwise. But as things are currently going, they're going pretty good. I'm slowly but surely making sure that people get booted out. And for these smaller nations there, I'll just take war reparations. I don't need anything more from them. I'm tempted to send my troops here now into the, well, western side, and we'll also hunt down some of the smaller nations there again. Let's just continue the cleanup, if you will. You go there, you go there, and basically we'll just clean everything up. That is a huge Lithuanian army that I did not pay attention to. We're actually losing a lot of war score this way that I do not catch that there's a Lithuanian army running around. But that's fine. Of course we're running back to Paris, but that should be fine. These guys are basically already practically broken. Price of coffee changes by 50%, gain 800 ducats and 20 prestige. That's a pretty sweet one. But yeah, there we go. Wiped that stack completely off the map. so that's good. For now, we'll just continue doing what we have been doing, as you might imagine. Not really much else to do. I'll also, of course, keep on fabricating claims on Russia, and hopefully here we can get a war that we want against them to get going pretty soon as well. And if I can get Lithuania out of this, I'll definitely be looking forward to it, but for now, I'll just focus on keeping, basically here, the keeping Austria under my control, and then we'll see what happens afterwards. But we'll just have to wait and see. These guys are a vassal of Austria, so there's no reason to to actually, well, do anything in terms of making, well, peace or anything of the sort. So for the time being, we'll just go into Brandenburg and start sieging from the west side. Poland just made peace with Brandenburg. That's not good. That means that I've lost a lot of my aggressive force, if you will, has been lost here, because they are basically the ones that will be used to. They're basically the ones that were being used to keep Lithuania in check. But thanks to Lithuania sieging some of their provinces, they now gave up, and that is not that's not good at all. But not really too much we can do about that at the moment. I'll keep besieging Berlin. I'll leave probably most of the battles to my crew here. But yeah, if I can get Lithuania out of this, then a lot is already done, I dare say. But Lithuania currently have medium. They want to keep this going for as long as they can, sadly. So right now, currently what's standing between me and victory is, quite honestly, just Lithuania. Once Lithuania falls, then it's over. So I might have to move some extra troops over there just to start getting a little bit more aggressive, to make sure that Lithuania falls pretty soon. But for the time being, we'll just try and keep an eye on the northern parts here and not be too aggressive. So I'll allow the siege to continue, and I'll move these guys to actually help out, making the siege go a little bit quicker. And then we'll see what happens here. But as said, it should be fine. We'll just have to wait and see here what Lithuania does, and victory should be ours. But we're going to end it here because, well, I have to link to parts together, which make this actually a very long one. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and we'll continue next time. Bye.